Hey everyone, if you've been playing Wittle Defender for a while, you probably know that beating stages isn't just about luck, it's about picking the right heroes for the job. Whether you're tackling normal levels, those tricky star challenges, or the ever-changing daily challenges, having a solid team can make all the difference. Sometimes you'll want to focus on heroes who can blast multiple enemies with AoE damage, and other times you'll want those powerhouse single-target heroes who can take down bosses in a flash. So, today I'm sharing my ultimate Wittle Defender tier list to help you decide which mythic and legendary heroes deserve a spot on your team. I rank these heroes based on overall strength, not just for specific battles. For example, Demon Spawn is an absolute beast, and the best part? You get him for free. He's killer at single target damage, but can even dish out AoE if you upgrade his skills right. Stick around and let's dive into who should be your top picks. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking heroes in Wittle Defender. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The heroes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Rogue Fire Mage Ryan, Frankenstein, Frank, Ice Wolf Pup Frost Howl, Unyielding Lancer Len, Fire Apprentice Funa, Frost Archer Cyphron, Wolf Ranger Windaro, and Novice Priest Zabi. Alright, let's get real for a second. Not every hero in Wittle Defender is gonna be your shiny all-star MVP. Some of them are more like that friend who tags along just to eat snacks and look cute. But when it comes to the battlefield, well, let's just say they're better off chilling on the sidelines. I'm talking about the D-tier legends like Rogue Fire Mage Ryan, Frankenstein Frank, Ice Wolf Pup Frost Howl, Unyielding Lancer Len, Fire Apprentice Funa, Frost Archer Cyphron, Wolf Ranger Windaro, and the Novice Priest Zabi. These guys aren't exactly your combat heroes, they're here for one thing and one thing only, helping you gather essences and starlight stones. So yeah, think of them as your resource minions rather than your frontline warriors. Take Rogue Fire Mage Ryan, for example. He's got the flames, but don't expect him to light up the battlefield with fiery destruction. More like flickering candles, if you catch my drift. Frankenstein. Frank? He's cool and all, but he's just there to power up your upgrades. No epic monster smashing from him. Then you have Ice Wolf Pup Frost Howl. Adorable name, adorable wolf, but don't let that fool you. His combat skills leave a lot to be desired. And don't even get me started on Unyielding Lancer Len, who's stubborn but basically useless when the real fight kicks off. On the flip side, Fire Apprentice Funa and Frost Archer Cyphron have potential, but right now they're more like training wheels than full-on damage dealers. Wolf Ranger Windaro and Novice Priest Zabi round out this D-tier crew, mainly contributing to your stash of resources rather than your kill count. The bottom line is, these heroes are perfect if you want to sit back and farm some essences and starlight stones, but if you're hoping to dominate the battlefield with them, you're barking up the wrong tree. Honestly, it's best to dismantle them for upgrades and save your roster spots for the real heavy hitters. The heroes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Fire Witch Fleeker, Cat Assassin Viora, Demon Hunter Charina, Fire Mage Oberon, High Priest Volta, and Ice Mage Brisa. Let's talk about the C-tier crew, the kind of heroes who make you go, not bad, but also not wow. You've got Fire Witch Fleeker, Cat Assassin Viora, Demon Hunter Charina, Fire Mage Oberon, High Priest Volta, and Ice Mage Brisa. These guys are like your trusty mid-game pals. Think of them as the cat girls and pink-haired girls, as fire girls, your red-robed mage, white-bearded mage, and ice giant squad, each with their own charm and decent skills to get you through those tricky middle stages. They're not exactly going to carry you to the endgame glory, but they'll hold their own while you build your dream team. Fire Witch, Fleeker brings some decent firepower with her blazing spells, and Cat Assassin Viora sneaks around to deal respectable damage. Demon Hunter Charina is a solid damage dealer who can help you keep the pressure on, while Fire Mage Oberon and Ice Mage Brisa provide elemental magic that covers both ends of the heat spectrum. And High Priest Volta, he's your go-to for a bit of healing and support, keeping your team alive just long enough to make it through those rough patches. The thing is though, they all hit a ceiling pretty early. Their stats don't scale super well, so once you hit late game, you'll likely want to upgrade or swap them out. At the end of the day, this tier is great for plugging holes mid-game and getting some steady progress, but don't get too attached. These heroes are like those reliable but slightly forgettable middle school classmates. They do the job, but eventually you're going to be looking for the cool seniors to take the spotlight. They shine enough to keep you afloat, but their lower stat caps and eventual replacement means you'll be moving on before too long. So enjoy their company while it lasts, and plan your upgrades wisely. The heroes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Demon Spawn, Knight Baron, Robot, and Sword Master. Alright, now we're stepping up to the B tier, where things get interesting, but with a few caveats. These heroes pack some serious punch, but there's always a catch that holds them back from being absolute game changers. Take Demon Spawn, for example. This mythic dark hero is a damage machine with excellent area of effect attacks that can shred through enemies like a hot knife through butter. The only downside, he's kind of a one-trick pony. High damage, but not much utility beyond that. If you want raw firepower and straightforward carnage, Demon Spawn's your guy, but don't expect any fancy support skills or crowd control. Then we have Knight Baron, another mythic dark hero who prefers getting up close and personal with melee combat. Sounds cool, right? Well, the problem is that his damage output doesn't quite justify the risk of being right in the thick of the fight. He's like that daring friend who dives headfirst into danger but doesn't quite have the knockout punch to back it up. You gotta be careful with Knight Baron's positioning. High risk, moderate rewards, so he's a bit of a gamble if you're relying on him to survive frontline chaos. Next up, meet Robot, a mythic electric powerhouse who boasts the highest damage potential in the tier. This guy can absolutely wreck opponents when his critical skills line up, making him a terrifying melee threat. But here's the kicker, Robot is insanely fragile. One wrong move and he's toast. Playing Robot feels like walking a tightrope. If you master the balance between offense and survival, he can dominate, but slip up once and he's out. So, high risk, very high reward. Lastly, Swordmaster is your classic mythic physical AoE melee hero who dishes out solid damage with a sweeping attack pattern that hits multiple enemies at once. Sounds perfect for crowd control, right? Well, the catch is his survivability, especially late game. He struggles to stay alive against tougher foes. You can rely on him for the mid game and some early end game stages, but eventually he needs backup or replacement to avoid getting taken down too quickly. In short, the B tier heroes all have the muscle, but you gotta play smart and accept their flaws if you want to get the most out of them. The heroes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Blazing Archer, Shiva, and Thunder Pharaoh. Alright, now we're diving into the A tier, where the heavy hitters and real showstoppers live. These heroes aren't just strong, they're the kind you build your entire strategy around because they consistently deliver top tier damage and bring game-changing skills to the battlefield. First up, Blazing Archer, a mythic fire hero who's basically the definition of speed and aggression. This fast range attacker doesn't just shoot arrows, he summons pyro servants, mini archers that keep chipping away at enemies while he rains down a storm of fiery projectiles. If you want to melt through waves of enemies with lightning fast attacks, Blazing Archer is your go-to guy. Then there's Shiva, the mythic ice powerhouse. She's got some serious crowd control thanks to her enemy pulling ability, dragging foes right into the heart of your attacks. Plus, her area of effect damage is no joke. She can clear clusters of enemies like it's nobody's business. And if you're lucky enough to get her ascension skill going, her damage output skyrockets, turning her into a true game changer that can swing the tide of any battle. Last but definitely not least is Thunder Pharaoh, the mythic electric specialist who's all about big, flashy, and brutal AoE damage. Imagine multiple lasers firing across the entire screen. That's Thunder Pharaoh for you. His attacks hit hard and wide, making him perfect for those moments when you need to wipe out a whole mob of enemies in one fell swoop. If you're facing hordes and want to clear the battlefield with style and efficiency, Thunder Pharaoh is the hero you want on your team. So yeah, the A tier heroes are where things get really fun. They have the damage, the skills, and the wow factor that make playing Wittle Defender feel like you're wielding ultimate power. If you're building a team that's meant to dominate, these heroes are the core of your lineup. Reliable, devastating, and ready to carry you through the toughest battles. The heroes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Ice Witch, Seraph, and Ice Demon. Alright, welcome to the S tier, the absolute legends of Wittle Defender. These are the heroes you build your whole squad around because they don't just perform well, they straight up change how the game is played. Take Ice Witch for example. She's a legendary ice hero with the best area of effect attacks in the game, hitting every enemy on screen with icy spikes that slow and knock back foes. It's like having a frost-powered wrecking ball that keeps the enemies from even thinking about getting close. Her crowd control is next level, making her practically irreplaceable for any serious run. Then there's Seraph, the legendary light hero who holds a title no one else can claim, the only healer in the entire game. That alone makes her a must-have for your team. Without Seraph's unique healing abilities, survival gets a lot harder, especially in those brutal late-game fights. She's not just a support hero, she's the backbone of any solid defense. If she's alive, your team keeps fighting. Simple as that. Slotting her into your lineup isn't optional, it's essential. And don't forget the Ice Demon, a mythic ice hero with a killer twist. Instead of just attacking, he summons permanent trolls that act as a frontline tank wall, soaking up damage and protecting the team behind them. On top of that, he provides team shield protection and brings his own AoE ice bear to the mix once you hit Ascension. He's like a one-man fortress that not only dishes damage but also keeps your heroes safe while doing it. So, in short, the S-tier heroes are the creme de la creme. Their abilities are irreplaceable or so powerful that you simply can't ignore them if you want to dominate Wittle Defender. Ice Witch, Seraph, and Ice Demon aren't just heroes, they're game changers. The reason you win those impossible battles and climb the ranks with confidence. If you get the chance to add any of them to your roster, don't hesitate. These legends are your golden ticket to victory. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.